the following week, I started my traveling around like the bottom of the country. So at first we went to Cape Coast and we would visit the local Elmina Castle and Cape Coast Castle. So those two castles were the original place where, you know, Portuguese, Spanish, British, French people with like unfortunately it's like so devastating, and you know it's part of the history, but that's where the slave trade started. Yeah, so this is where you learn a lot about the history, and from there we traveled up to Kumasi, which is another like quite a big city, but it's not far as big as Accra. And in Kumasi we would visit local original place of Kente weaving workshop. It's basically Kente, for those who don't know, and I believe nobody knows right now.
I don't.
Is fabric. It is local fabric.
Mm.
And Ghanaians, like those who can afford Kente, they are rich people mostly, or they have to really save up a lot. Mm-hmm. And they are proud of Kente because it takes a lot of time. It's a hand work, you know, machines and hands and your knowledge. So you do that. Like we went there, we saw it, we saw all the kinds of different patterns, and all like the fabric is the same, but the patterns are beautiful because they like colors, you know, in Africa. So there's so much to choose from. And I bought one. This is it. This is what I got. Can you read it?
Yeah. Nice.
From
Ghana.
Greetings from Ghana. And it's got my favorite color, so I couldn't leave it behind. And
That's
I used it as a decoration in my room. And this is a golden stool, which is also a very powerful symbol of Ghana. It's basically, without this tool, the whole Ashanti Kingdom would collapse. You know, and Ashanti Kingdom is one of the original kingdoms, and there's a history that says that, and actually there is definitely a dike, and then the dike, they say if any man pulls the dike up, it's like imagine Thor's hammer. Only Thor can lift it, right?
Oh yeah, my favorite.
Yes, so it's the same in Ghana. There's a dike, and then if anyone lifts it, it means the whole country collapse. It will be destroyed. It will be defeated, and that's the end of everything. And the stool is basically something similar. It belongs to the king, and that's so awesome. That's where we went. Mm-hmm. After that, because it wasn't too far, we would go to Kakum National Park. And Kakum National Park is a park which is very forestry, like very green, with a lot of trees, with a lot of flora and fauna, but even snakes and elephants. But luckily, we wouldn't bump into any, we wouldn't come across any. And over there, you can actually join a tour, a guided tour, which will take you to like a path in the trees. There are some bridges, wooden bridges that are just hanging, you know, from one tree, and they're like stretched from one tree to another. And then you can just walk around like cool. Maybe 100 meters above the ground. Yeah. It is cool. It is something that you really have to visit Ghana for, because I mean, not just this, in combination with others. For example, over there, we also visited one sanctuary of crocodiles. So you get to go to like a small pond with crocodiles, and there's one person who keeps them in control. And when you get there, you will get to touch the crocodile.
Oh my God.
It's just like in Florida, you know. Yeah. It seems dangerous, but the creature is completely calm. And with that person, I wasn't afraid at all, because he will tell you, now is the time just do it, like pet the crocodile and then just go, and you leave it and the creature wouldn't make a move, but it was at the same time fascinating. Yeah, I loved it.
I will be terrified. Wow,
You'll be
that's very
terrified.
courageous of you.
Thank you, thank you. I love adventure for sure. And also one of the adventures from there was we were traveling by trotro. Trotro is local transportation. Basically, it's a car. It's a huge van with a lot of seats. It transports local people for much affordable prices. You don't have to own a car basically, which costs a lot. So we were traveling by this trotro, and because they don't have that much money to like keep it in good shape, then it broke down. But in that case, there was smoke that started coming out of the engine, and obviously, like, you know, cars don't blast, you know, they just don't go off. They don't explode, but some of us just scream, it's gonna, you know, oh, well, actually they do, but not just like because of this, you know.
American drama.
Yeah, American drama. So everybody just started jumping out, and they found out there's no problem, like the engine died or whatever, and we started laughing, and it was fun. It was real fun. Anyway, like there was another one. The guys, like there is a driver, and there's always someone they call mate. And the mate will get money from the passengers. He's also the one who just like in charge, basically. And so we just stopped another trotro, made a deal. Perhaps it was someone that he already knew, his friend or acquaintance. And that other trotro took us to our next destination, and no big deal. It was all fine.
I want shopping time. You must have this. Hey you, sorry for interrupting, but I was thinking I would like to show you my favorite language app. It's called Mondly. Obviously, you can see my screen here. So I will walk you through it. So let's go. Daily lessons. Reader.
Gezi,
See, trip, gezi.
anahtar,
Key, anahtar. I need a hotel. Yes.
oda,
And now we can see
Gezi.
quick review. I learned
Otel.
7 phrases right now.
anahtar.
So here's like quick
Bir
recap.
otele ihtiyacım
What I
var.
save into my memory. Continue. I got 13 points. It's showing me day 1 because I'm stupid and I accidentally skipped one day. So I'm starting my progress from beginning, but whatever. Let's continue. And I want to show you, you can see your statistics here. Like I said, I skipped a day, my bad. So my daily progress is not good right now. When I go back, you can see categories here, which you can access only if you have a premium account. So if you want to upgrade, if not, it's okay. You can just practice daily lessons, that's also fine. And you can choose from many languages. See, I speak American English, let's change it. I speak Czechtina, that's my native language. And as you can see, there's many other languages. So moving Czechtina, I speak Czech. Save. Daily lesson, denní lekce, zopakovat, reader,
Otel,
hotel, hotel. See, now it's in Czech, in my native language. Ukončit lekci and the lesson. Yeah, and you can read, you can repeat. It's great for learning. So from now on, I would like to practice more regular basis. That means every day again. So I truly recommend this app. That's all from me now, and let's continue in the interview, shall we?
And from there, we traveled to Lake Bosomtwe. Lake Bosomtwe is quite a big lake, not far from there. We had to take trotro and also the small motorbike, something like rickshaw. So it took us there, and we could spend the afternoon swimming in very nice fresh water. No snakes, no fish that would just try to eat your thumbs. Nothing to bother you. No annoying insect. Really, it was a great I had a great time. I really liked the fresh water, clean and fresh and cooling. And I met few children over there who were very interested in talking to me, although they couldn't speak English that much, but they were so fascinated by seeing the white skin, right? So they would just like keep looking at you and they would just like saying something to each other's ears, and we were fun to watch them. But nice fellas, nice guys. And I remember I noticed there was a picture, and basically on that there was a very old woman, and next to her there was her age, and it said 112.
Wow.
And I was like, oh my goodness. So imagine over here, what's the lifespan in the Czech Republic? Or the average might be the average
86.
age, people live 70 maybe. But over there, obviously they can die very young, but there are some who will actually live that long, which is amazing.
Yeah.
Couldn't
Wow.
believe it.
Very
Even
long time.
yeah,
Long
for a
time.
village, yes, long, happy life. And from there, the last stop was in Volta Region. Volta Region is a dam, and the dam was actually initiated by the first president, Kwame Nkrumah. He was the one who was like, if he were to continue his agenda, he would have bring Ghana to like above other states, and he would perhaps make it more advanced than Europe. I don't really want to be that optimistic, but he was on a great way to bring Ghana to the same level, economic level as what we see in Europe. Unfortunately, not that many people saw his vision, and many of his plans were unfinished. So, but we had to go there. Just like I was very curious about this. And also my guide decided that there is something great for me to see. And he was right. There was two things. When we got there, he took me to monkey sanctuary. The monkey sanctuary is called AFADJATO Monkey Sanctuary. And they are actually very small, little, cute monkeys. And you get to, buy a huge bunch of banana, and you will basically just hold the banana, stretch your arm like this, and with calm attitude, just wait for the monkey to jump over on your arm and either peel the banana off your hand or just take the banana and eat it. So it was great experience because I haven't done it before. And you get to touch wild monkeys who are kind of used to human beings, but not as much. And it was one guy, like when I say guy, I mean monkey, who I teased a little bit. So he wanted banana, so I would just squat down for him. And then it was after the one I was holding in my hand, and I went like this to the side. And I took it because he was following it. I took it and brought it to the other side. So he had following it. So I took it and brought it to the other side. So he just like jumped at it, like, oh, I'm running out of patience. Give it to me. So just like, give it to me.
That's our new friend. Yeah, that's our new friend.
So it was fun. There were even two little boys who were laughing at me and at the monkey that was teasing it. So I had just fun all the time. But there was one instance where I ran out of fun a bit because I had to climb a huge mountain, AFADJATO mountain, the biggest in West Africa. It was great in a way because I found out that I'm in a much better shape than others because there were so many people who were running out of breath, like
That would be me.
Pretty sure you would still love the view. The view was stunning, and if you did it, you'd be like, oh, I climbed the biggest. After that, there was a reward for me by taking a bath underneath a huge waterfall with, like, if you took a look up, you could see so many bats everywhere, flocks of bats. It was amazing. That was basically it. That was the end of my adventure.
If you enjoyed this episode, give it a like, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you will be notified about the future episodes. And most important thing, don't forget to share with your friends, and always remember, the best way to travel abroad is to live with the locals.
For the first 2 weeks, I was just doing this. And then, as I mentioned, as a volunteer, I didn't actually tell you, and I don't know if you know, even though we've been friends for a while, but I'm supporting one child in Ghana, you know?
I didn't
Because,
know that.
yes. Because of this organization, you can sponsor a child, and it's not that much, like nothing.
Yeah,
or
for us
Czech
in Czech Republic.
Yes, for us in Czech Republic. So you pay something about 7,000 per year. And
In Czech crowns.
in Czech crown. And I'm actually sharing this with my best friend. I decided to adopt a child or sponsor a child with the best friend. So it's like 50-50. So it's even less. My primary goal why I was in Ghana was to meet him naturally. I just was very curious about him. And I did. After the 2 weeks, I would say bye to my guide and then the one who hosted me in his house. He was the one who took over and he would show me around. And he would actually teach me a lot about Ghanaian language, about Ghanaian culture, and also about the places. He took me to his village called Janjanazi. My son's name is Dennis. He is 5 years old. Now I think he turned 6 already. He was quite surprised to see me. He had no idea who I was, even though he would send me some pictures and we would exchange letters. But he's a little boy, so he was like, oh, there's a white lady smiling at me. What's going on? So they had to actually translate everything to him. But once I actually showed him all the presents, which basically consisted of some Czech sweets, but also some study materials, so workbook with activities in English.
Mm-hmm.
And also I brought him Pexeso, Czech Pexeso, right? The 2 or 4, like you have the 2 matching pictures. You like flip it over and you have to find the match. He didn't know it, but he was up for playing. So I taught him, and then the whole village or a lot of his friends would come in and they would want to play. And it was quite fun. Yeah, we had fun. I didn't really mean to leave him, but I had to after 2 hours, but I would want to spend the whole day with him if I could. Let me just tell you shortly a little bit about his parents. He is the only child. His parents are quite young, but in that village, you can't really find a job. So you might do some little farm work, but I think that's also not that easy because not everybody owns a land. And is there anything else you would like to know?
Yeah, so far I'm just speechless. So many great experiences, so courageous, everything you did. Wow.
Yes. And one of the things I did was the nightlife.
Yeah, how it's now?
Basically, of course, once you're in Ghana and you like music a bit, which I do, I'm actually great fan of Afrobeat. So we went to some of the local clubs. I was surprised that most clubs, you don't have to pay the entrance, even though some of them, that's the posh ones. And there are some very rich places where an average Ghanaian cannot enter unless you have really, really, really big money. Mm-hmm. Just like, let's say, compare it to Italians who own a huge hotel in Accra. Even though I'm from Europe, I don't think I could afford, So the clubs, you don't have to pay, some you do. And you also have to wear some dress code for men. And it's quite usual. You cannot wear shorts. You need long.
For a club.
Yeah, for a club. You cannot wear shorts, ordinary. It can't be casual, really, normally. We went to Apocalypse Club, and because my friend, he is into media and he is quite, let's say, famous because he works for local radio. So he would tell me about some people who got in, and he said, oh, that guy is famous because of that, and that guy is famous because of that. And this one is a singer. So it was great to see and to get to meet celebrities as well, which, yeah, we had quite some opportunities.
If you want to hear more about Maki's experience of traveling through Ghana, watch this episode next and subscribe for more interviews like this one.